Alright, so I've been getting a lot of questions lately about what I do for a shower and a toilet. I did a tour of my van, my self-built camper van, and showed off pretty much everything I have in it. I neglected to talk about what I do for a toilet and shower, so I'm going to go ahead and cover that in this video. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the shower setup here. This is pretty much what I have. It's about 3 pieces. It's a weed sprayer bottle. Showed this before with the sink nozzle on it. And then I also have this shower utility tent. And then I have this oil pan. So what I use this for is a lot of times I will use this shower outdoors without the tent. And if I'm in an area that's like just dirt and it's going to get muddy, I'll stand in this to keep from standing in the dirt. Now when the shower tent is set up, it has a floor, so I don't need to use this. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up so we can see what it looks like. Alright, so this is the shower tent here. It's got a floor in it with this mesh around each side so the water can drip out of it. Window in it, it's vented on top. It does have a rain fly to go over the top to keep water out if it's raining, but I've yet to need that. And it does come with stakes, so you can stake down each corner. And been really happy with it. It works out really good. It's just got a zipper front. So I have showed this before in another video. It is just a weed sprayer bottle, so you got to pump it up. First initial pump, it takes about a good 15 to 20 pumps to really get it up to pressure. And that's about what the stream looks like. It's a pretty good solid stream. So what I'll do is I'll just bring this right in the tent with me. And there's this little strap here. I kind of just hook the end of it on there so it's available as I need it. And stand in here, zip in, and I can take my shower in total privacy. Now to get a full shower out of this, usually the initial wet down to get fully wet before I soap up will take a good portion of the water, and then I will have to pump it up probably another 5 times. Usually no more than 5 times to get through the remainder of the shower, and then towards the very end I may just pump it a couple more times to fully rinse off after I've soaked up. And 2 gallons gets me completely through a shower, no problem. Now I have showed this before, and some people have mentioned you know, I could paint it black and it would heat up in the sun faster. It is a very thick plastic. It does warm up sitting in the sun as it is, so it's been working out good for me. When I do use this in the winter, I just pour out half the water, heat it up on my camp stove, and it's really no big deal. That is not a hassle at all for me to heat up some of the water on the camp stove. I just pour it on in. When I'm out boondocking and camping, I really like to do stuff in a primitive way like that. It's just a good feeling to know that I'm not needing extravagant, expensive things to bathe. So that's my setup. Okay, so I showed this bucket here before. This is a 5-gallon bucket, and it's got a lid with a padded rotating seat on that. I got that at Walmart. They typically only sell those seasonally during hunting season, wherever that is, most places. But I know that they typically do not carry these year-round. I think I got it in the fall, winter months is when they were selling these. You may be able to get them online somewhere, but I got mine at Walmart, and it was about $12 for the bucket with the padded seat cover. Now I showed in my van tour video that most of the time I keep my small 1-gallon propane tank in here. I do have a hole drilled inside so I can keep the tank in there, run the hose out up to my little cook stove here or to my heater, whichever I'm using. So that's that. But it also has another function. When I remove the tank, I'm able to use the seat that I have here. These are sold, this is a brand called Luggable Loo, I think. And it actually comes with another piece, a lid that folds up and down. I don't use that, I don't need a lid on it because I only put this on the bucket when I'm going to use it. And that clips on there like a normal lid, it snaps on. and it's comfortable to sit on. So obviously I don't use this as is. I line it with the trash bag, so I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so this is a 13-gallon kitchen trash bag. It's made by Hefty. I pretty much have been using this same brand. These are scented, so they kind of cover up odor a little bit, and they have a drawstring top. So I'll undo one of these and show you how I use it. Okay, so this is a heavy-duty bag. I buy them in boxes of, I think, 45. They do sell a double pack, which would be, 90 bags. But, 45 of them last me usually a pretty long time. There's a couple ways that you could do this. You could remove the lid, line it with the bag, and then put the lid over the top, which I know some people do. But I actually put it over the lid itself as well. That way everything, the bucket and the lid, is completely protected. So I'll line that. Okay, so there it is, ready for use. It's super effective, simple, and it does the job. Obviously, you know how to use a toilet. Sit down, do your business, clean up. Everything is in the bag. You can pull the bag out, tie it off. Now, when I'm boondocking for an extended period of time, anywhere from a few days to a week, I will take an empty one of these bags, and as I generate these small bags of waste, I will put them into the other bag and store it outside of the van, usually near a bush or tree or something. In another small bucket I have a 2.5-gallon bucket that I'll just set outside that I use as kind of a waste container till I'm ready to break camp, and then I find the first dumpster possible, dump all the waste there, or if I'm going to be there for an extended period of time, I'll make little runs to the closest trash can. Some camping areas do have dumpsters, and I'll just, as I generate this waste, I will dump it as soon as possible. So that's how I take care of dealing with my solid waste. And then for everything liquid, I use this jug here. It's a full gallon, so I don't have to worry about it overflowing. And when I'm in the van, I just use that. I know for men, it's a lot easier than it would be for a woman. Now, women travelers I know that use this method, they just have a special funnel that they use, and it makes it easier to direct the liquid waste into the jug. So that's how I take care of my toilet needs. It works out really good. At first it seemed a little awkward just thinking about using this method, but after a few times using it, it really is simple, it's clean, and extremely effective. Alright, so once again, the shower tent acts as a privacy room for my toilet, so when I have camp set up, again, I like to line the bag on the outside of the seat. That way nothing comes in contact with any of the parts of the toilet, and you can do your business, tie it off when you're done, and then I find a spot in camp where I can take an empty bag of these and just store the waste bags in there until I'm near a dumpster and I can get rid of them. It works out super good. It's just so easy, portable, and it's just been working out well for me. Okay, so what about solar shower bags? Well, I've tried them and I don't care for them. That's why I went with the weed sprayer bottle. You just get a much more better stream. The water is pressurized, so it's for me, they just work so much better. These are the two solar shower bags I tried. The Coleman, they're 5-gallon capacity instead of 2 gallons like my weed sprayer bottle. They got this little flimsy hose. The water just trickles out of it. You have to be in a place where you can hang it up. My shower tent has a hook inside, supposedly to support one of these, but it hangs so low that you lose your gravity feed. It's just, they don't work for me. I never found a way or a place to hang them to where they worked. Okay, so this is another one I tried. These I don't think they make anymore. It's made by the makers of Thermarest. I found this at a garage sale. Same idea, it just has a bigger opening, so it's slightly easier to fill, but then you have to fold it and clamp it, and same deal, you have to have it hanging up high enough to get a good gravity feed, and still the water just trickles out. So both of these options here, I will try to donate or give these away to somebody that's interested, but they just did not work for me. And it really does need to be at least 70 degrees for them to warm up. It takes all day. For me, heating up water on my camp stove and pouring it in my weed sprayer bottle setup is so much easier than using these two things. So that's my take on those. Okay, so that's how I've solved the issue of having a toilet and shower with me on the road. The shower setup works extremely well. The way I travel, I usually like to boondock in nature. I'm usually secluded from other people, and a lot of times I don't even set up my shower tent. I just use it out in the open. It's actually very freeing and liberating to shower out in the open. It's great to get clean after you've been camped for a couple days, so that's how I handle that. I do use the bucket toilet inside the van quite a bit, but I'm able to dispose of the waste outside of the van. I typically do not have to keep any bagged up waste in the van for a period of time. I'm always a place where I can just walk to the nearest trash can, or like I said, if I'm dispersed camping, boondocking out in nature, I find a place near the camp to store them in another bag until I break camp, and then I stop at the first trash can and just dump it there. So that's how I do it. Super simple. I hope that helped and answered some questions for you guys. So we'll see you guys soon in the next video. Take care. Peace.